Hey guys, welcome back to our little Alaskan off-grid homestead. Today we have lots of new life on the farm to show you. We're going to put plants in the ground. We got some babies. But first, while Mr. Reeve is out milking the goats, I'm going to make him a special breakfast. We're going to make a French toast Monte Cristo sandwich. I had to hide the bacon way back in the fridge where he couldn't find it. So I have some bacon cooking here in this pan. I have this little heel of ham left over. We're going to give him a little extra slice of that in his sandwich. Okay, I got this sourdough bread sliced up, and we're going to put some goat milk in the bowl. We want enough for both pieces of French toast, and then a little bit extra at the end to go on the outside. So just like you would normally make your French toast mixture, right? Put some cinnamon or nutmeg or cardamom if you have it, whatever you want to put in there. Tiny bit of sugar. We get an egg. I think we're going to put 2 eggs in here just because. Why not give the man a little extra protein? All right, mix it up. Our pan is still pretty hot from when we cooked the bacon and the ham. I took that off there because it was done. Because it's a cast iron pan, it'll hold the heat for a long period of time. So we'll just turn the oven or turn the stove back on and bump it up just a little bit. Okay, I think we're all nice and mixed in there. Yummy. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way and then we'll get this in the pan. I forgot the most important part. Vanilla. Man, Crystal, get it together. It's too early in the morning yet. A little extra bonus. All right, dip our little bread in here. Try not to make a giant mess. Ooh, we're gonna have lots of extra stuff. Looks like I need to make extra French toast for later. Okay, we got the French toast out of the pan. I let it cool a little bit just because it's too hot to handle. There is a more cooked side and a less cooked side. So we're going to build the sandwich on the most cooked side, okay? Just put some bacon in there. However much meat you want to cram in there, I guess. All right. So we got it all in there, mostly-ish. Okay, so now the less cooked sides are out because remember we're going to cook it again because we're going to dip it, put it back in the pan. So let me get my pan heated back up. It's actually still really hot. But we need to put a little bit more. This is some of our home rendered lard that we keep under the cabin so it stays nice and cool. I think that lard is 2 years old now, so it's still great. Just because we're able to keep it cool. Okay, so we'll get this pan back going. All right, and I think I'm going to add 1 more egg to this just because I want this outside kind of battered crust to be really thick. And then I will use this leftover batter and probably we'll have French toast for dinner tonight because that sounds delicious. All right, now the tricky part is going to be whether I can get all of this dipped without making a mess. And I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen. But let's see. See how much skills I got here. And I dip the edges really good. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a mess. Big mess. Losing its innards already. Get in there, buddy. There you go. Okay. Dip all the parts. Okay. There we go. It's so messy, you guys. Okay, in the pan it goes. Okay, yeah, I've got raw egg all over me, so I'll be back after we scrub up a little bit. Now we'll just put a little bit of our homemade syrup on there.
What'd you make me?
French toast Monte Cristo sandwich.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh yeah, I see it.
It's a two-hand sandwich.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I love this plan. Look at that. Mmm. And I got that guy.
Dippy sauce.
I'm doing it. Dippy sauce, aka syrup. Yeah, boys. Look at that. Mmm.
Good?
Mm-hmm. Don't talk. This is dip cam. Mm. Then you gotta catch it.
Okay, breakfast is over now for the most important part that you guys really want to see.
Babies.
Babies! Right there. Let's go get them.
Yeah. All right, y'all, and these are our two new babies. If you follow us on Instagram, you may have seen these little guys. These are the baby of Miss Willow. This is a little cowboy, because to me, he looks like a cowboy. I don't know. And this is Frankie Blue Eyes. Look at him showing off. And you guys remember Charlie? Charlie is the last boy that's still with us from last time y'all seen us, and he is getting, well, a little more self-sufficient.
Self-feeding goats.
Yeah, now you just have to train the other ones.
Good job, Charlie.
So we got these boys a little day pen to play around in, and we also got something fun to play with for the girls. I'll show you what that looked like when we first put that in there. And some goats still prefer mom's leg. So all the moms are doing really, really well. We're getting lots of milk. And this summer we're gonna be at the Willow Farmers Market selling fresh goat's milk and farmer's cheese. She said, Dad, your beard balm smells good.
Yeah.
Does it smell like pine and basil? Yeah,
Thanks for the beard balm plug there, honey.
Yeah.
There's beard balm for sale at theflattirefarm.com if you want to get goat's milk soap or beard balm.
Goats love it.
Goats love it. Goats have beards. Goats have beards.
That's right. You need beard balm? Oh, I love you too. Hi, girl. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
My bunnies are doing great. They're getting better, more hands-on, more used to me. They're not so as scared. They have had babies. All four mom bunnies had babies, but we're not going to handle the babies. We need to respect that these are their babies, and also I like to keep my flesh whole. Speaking of that, my horn wound is getting better. Apparently when Lily the goat tried to punch through my face with her horns, she split my lip all the way through.
Oh, are you okay?
Nope, she hit me in the face with her horns.
Are you okay for real?
I think I'm okay. All right. So it's still healing on the inside. It has like a knot in there, but it's getting better. Yeah, whatever. Permanently mangled. Sad. No, not really. But I did try to get some shots for you of the baby, so here we go. They haven't really opened their eyes yet, but they are getting a little bit of fur. They're super cute. Now this mama has covered up all her babies. You can see all the fur and hay in there. And if we watch really carefully, we might be able to see little babies moving in there. Yeah. I'm not sticking my hand in there because she put a hole in my jacket the other day. But that's how you know they're in there. They're bumping around in there. Now most of what's in that box is her hair that she has just pulled out of her chest. Usually they just pull it out of their chest. But there's just a little bit of hay in there, and she's made a little nest in there, and that's what they do in the wild to keep their babies warm. So she's doing a good job, and whenever I come around, this one especially, she'll cover all her babies up with fur real quick, but the other bunnies are getting really kind and used to me.
Now, for those of you all that don't know, our nearest food bank, whenever they get an overabundance of expired food, they donate it to us rather than send it to the dumpster so that we can feed our critters. And these guys love it. Oh. The good girl.
We've been able to get lots of starts outside. Yesterday was our last frost date, which was, today's June 7th. So yesterday was our last frost date, and all of my plants are doing beautiful. And you may wonder, Crystal, with Holly Poppins, this big beautiful dog that loves these babies and takes care of them and keeps them safe, why would they need a pen? So we're gonna do a little experiment. I'm gonna show you how many seconds it takes for a handsome Mr. Charlie to get to my starts. All right, Charlie, what do you think? Sniff a little dirt. Hi, babies. Oh, look, a buffet cart. Done. Okay, Charlie, no, get out of there. Little goats are much faster than old ladies. Okay. While Charlie eats my hair, we're going to try to work on our starts a little bit. We'll bring you with us, but first we need to bring the babies back to their pen. Yeah. Yep. You're not the only one that does carnage, though. Not the only ones.
Well, we did have some onions.
Look at this. This was an entire pot of onions that I was going to grow for green onions, but some dog, probably Holly Poppins, got into it. She's your dog.
Oh, is that right?
That's really good. Oh, yeah? You're doing the onion dance?
I'm doing the, make the jars jingle.
Yeah, that's not my favorite kind of dance. Okay, so every year we try to grow onions from seeds, and it doesn't really work here in Alaska without a lot of intensive care. If you don't know, we both work full-time off-farm jobs. So like being able to harden off plants and living off-grid, the power usage of plant lights, which we've done in the past, it's just, yeah. We just didn't take that on this year, okay?
Nope.
But, so after we gave up on onions and decided we weren't doing it this year, I did find these. These are some organic onions that I buy from Azure Standard in the case because it's cheaper than buying organic onions here in Alaska. But these guys, they decided they didn't want to go in the pot. They wanted to go in the ground. So I wanted to show you what you can do if you have these onions that grow sprouts like this. You can actually plant these. These ones I've already pulled out, soaked, and planted, but these guys are probably just going in the ground today. But let me show you how we do it.
You gotta show me how you do it.
I'll show you too, yeah.
Okay.
I'll show you.
I'll show you some stickle
I'll
too.
show you, that's right. To the moon, Alice. Right in the kisser.
Is that right?
That looks like that little onion guy. Isn't there a little onion guy from Mario? Like a little red onion guy? From like Super Mario Brothers 2 from
I don't know.
1991?
I've slept since then.
Oh, okay. I think it was like 1989, something
I
like
have
that.
no idea.
Yeah. Alright, so you're just going to take all this yucky stuff off. You're going to take off the skin like you normally would. But then underneath, it's like really soft and gushy, right? Because this onion is starting to decompose and break down.
Is it weird that I think that smells good?
Sure.
It kind of smells good. Smell it.
I smell it from here. Can you hear me, the pig bucket? We'll put all the scraps in the buckets for the pigs. Whoop.
You missed.
Almost. I'll almost put
Yes.
the scraps in there.
I missed.
And you just keep peeling. I mean, some of this onion is maybe okay
Look at
if you
that.
really are cheap like us, but I'm not even that cheap because it's a little slimy.
You said that because you were tempted. You're like, oh, maybe I should.
I know, I was. Yeah, I totally was. I was like, ooh, I bet we could use this. And I was like, no, Crystal, no.
I want to do the wrinkly one.
Go ahead, you do the
Sorry.
wrinkly one.
I'm interrupting.
You do it, dude.
Ooh, there's something happening.
Yeah,
there,
if it's
boys.
all moldy all the way to the core, you don't want to use it. Whack. But
Ooh,
if it's just a little gushy, it's fine.
it's gushy.
I'm gonna grab a knife.
That's not a knot.
I'm gonna cut
Look at.
just the bottoms off. Yeah,
Is that where I stop?
yeah. So you don't want to cut into the bulb of this, the bottom bulb of this little plant that's growing out. So just
How do I know where the bottom is? Can I pull them off there, or is it
you've
gonna
got to
kill
pull them
something?
off gentle.
How come yours is all pretty?
Because you picked the gooey one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot.
All right, so it takes a little bit to get through all these layers. That's why there's so many analogies, right, about layers of onions. It's like an onion with all of its layers. All right, so now we've gotten down to the base here. There ended up being two bulbs in this one, 2 whole pieces. Then you're just gonna stick them in the water. And
Take that on.
if you can avoid cutting off the,
Roots,
yeah,
the little guys.
yeah, like I did, so ignore that. Let's
Don't be Crystal.
Don't be Crystal, be Mr. Reeve.
Who doesn't know what the heck he's doing? I'm afraid I'm gonna break something.
You're not gonna
it's
break
like
it.
hard
It's
on
a
there.
dead onion. Yeah, so pull off all this gooey stuff,
All the jello.
all the jello. Whack.
Take that, table.
Yeah. And then you'll just break it apart and try to keep some of that roots on there.
So does it matter that it's all wrinkly looking?
Yeah, you can pull
Does it
all
have
that.
to come off too?
You can pull that gooey stuff off, yeah.
No gooey stuff.
Yeah, because
Good.
you don't want it to rot in the ground.
Right.
So anything that might have
Rot
slime.
starting.
Yeah, let's get rid of that.
Oh, look, now it's starting to look pretty.
There you go. Show them. That's a pretty one.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. So far out of these two,
What about that wrinkly business up there?
yeah, see,
Take that
pull,
off?
yeah, pull that apart. That's probably 2 bulbs in there still.
It looks, oh yeah.
There you go.
Look how smart you are.
Yeah. So out of those 2 onions that were going to go just to the pigs, we ended up getting some stuff for the pigs and 5 little onion starts. Oh, 6 little onion starts.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Now, if you weren't doing everything at the last minute like us, you would put it in a jar, let it sit for a couple days so it can establish a root system, and not just the dried out roots that you get when you buy it from the store. And then you would put it in the dirt. But we're just going to give it a drink until we get to planting these later this afternoon. I know some of that's still
In
really
dirt.
good, huh?
I know it. You're thinking about it again, huh?
Yeah, huh?
That's pretty cool.
Now we have a lot of starts, but we're just going to put these ones in the garden today. Just celery. What else is in there? Oh yeah, those onions and strawberries, and they're just going to go in the raised beds that Mr. Reeve made out of IBC totes last year, because we don't have our outside water system set up yet. And if you don't know, we live off grid. We live in a dry cabin, which means we don't have running water, and we do have a giant garden. How big's our garden?
About 5,000 square feet.
5,000 square feet of garden and no running water, right? Cart before the horse. Ready, fire, aim, right, honey?
That's right.
So we'll have to get the water system set up before the other plants can go in the ground, but we are way ahead of last year. Last year, I think we didn't get all the plants in the garden until the first week in July, and we only have till like the end of August for a growing season here in Alaska. So we'll meet you over there. We'll get these in the garden. Now the stuff in these bins is part of that compost pile that we have up at the driveway. This was a bunch of composted horse and goat manure that we got from somebody down the road that just needed to get rid of it. So they even hauled it over to our property. So that was awesome. There's some rocks and sticks in here, but for right now, it'll grow plants. we're gonna grow onions and strawberries together, and then, you know, onions are just gonna grow 1 year and the strawberries will keep proliferating in this bin, hopefully over winter, and keep going. And then the celery's gonna go in this bin, and we decided to put the celery in the IBC totes because we want to be able to make sure that they can maintain the water. What is that dog doing?
I don't know.
She's digging up the fence post.
Don't dig up my post.
Good grief. That bed that Mr. Reeve is working on needs a little bit more tilling than we anticipated, so he's working hard with the shovel. I'm gonna make us some peach tea. These are some frozen peach slices that I got from Azure Standard, some organic ones. I buy them by the case because it's way cheaper than getting organic produce here in Alaska. And like I said before, we live off grid. We do have a freezer, but we don't have enough freezer space to make ice cubes and kind of, you know, use up the freezer space with water, frozen water. So this is a great way for us to offset the fact that we don't really use ice. So we'll put some peaches in there. That'll add the sweetness. This is unsweetened tea that I'm adding. And they're frozen, so they're gonna act like the ice cubes. And the rest we'll throw in here and save for a refill. Let's take these down to the garden. When you're doing vlog style videoing, it means that you only have one hand because the other hand is holding the camera. Let me show you one thing I love about my Carhartt leggings. I can fit a whole quart jar in my pocket. How you doing?
Hi. Ooh, what do you got?
Peach tea.
Wow. That's got real peaches in it.
Yeah.
Look at that.
They're dual peaches.
Dual peaches?
Yeah.
Dual purpose peaches?
Yeah, peaches and ice cubes.
Oh, the frozen peaches. Oh my gosh, you're a genius. This is perfect timing.
I see
Dying of
that.
thirst.
I'm working hard.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, thank you, love.
You're welcome. Now it's finally the part of the season where the baby goats scream every time I try to talk. But also it's time for mosquitoes. So while I plant these strawberries, Mr. Reeve is going to go get the bug spray. Goats are loud. Now because these are going to come back every year, hopefully, if magic happens and they overwinter, which they should, I'm gonna try to spread them out pretty far in this bed. These strawberries will keep growing. The first year we let all the runners sprout, and we don't pinch any of the runners because we're not concerned about the fruit this first year. We are concerned about making more strawberry plants. So if we just let them be and let them send out their little shoots, which are called runners, then there'll be plenty of room for these guys to make more strawberries. If I crammed them all together this year, they'd all be in one spot, and I want them to proliferate out over this bed. And so then next year we might clip half the runners and let the other half grow fruit, and then pretty soon we'll have a whole giant bed of strawberries. And hopefully, I'm hoping that next year I'll have enough to pull some of the starts out and spread them into another area. We have big plans for berries. If you don't know, lots of berries grow in Alaska. Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. We have even a patch of cloudberries, which is a fairly rare type of berry. It's usually kind of a Norwegian berry. Grows in the north. But so we have all those, and we want to eventually, we have kind of a bluff side of our property. We'd like to really just put the whole bluff in berries. Wouldn't that be awesome? But we have to be home enough, and pretty much all the berries we grow out in the forest this year, well, all the berries we've grown every year have been eaten by the birds because we just don't have the infrastructure to keep them away from the berries yet. But there's lots of wild berries on our property. We just want more. Oh, we have hascaps too, which they're also called honey berries. We brought those in. They weren't naturally here though, but everything else has been naturally here, except of course for these strawberries. these were also imported from a lovely friend, a lovely viewer that lives up the highway from us in Talkeetna. And so, because they came from here, I know that they will keep growing here. Now, for the onions. Hail the conquering hero.
That's right, I came to save your life.
Good job, honey, thanks. Those are pretty.
Yeah.
I like those purple ones.
Yeah, no, those are awesome. That's the sad part. Once we plant them, all the purple's gonna be under the ground.
Then hopefully they'll make more purple.
More purple.
Big
Purple. Big yummy purple.
It'll be the first time we had an onion bigger than 1.5 inches in diameter.
I don't think we made 1.5 inches.
No, we did. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm dreaming.
I don't like it. 1 inch maybe.
Okay. Well, we made pearl onions. That's got to count. Yeah.
You'd be proud of me. I'm like not planting in straight rows or nothing.
Yeah, Mr. Reeve is an engineer at heart. For real. For really real. Usually there's like chalk lines and measuring and leveling.
Chalk lines or string lines.
Sorry, string lines. So chalk lines without the chalk? Anti-chalk lines?
Chalkless lines.
Chalkless lines? That almost sounds like something delicious.
It does, kind of. I don't know. Maybe because it sounds like chocolate.
I think because it sounds like chocolate. Yeah.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
We need chocolate.
I gotta switch the other side. How about you?
Yeah, I got a little spot over there. I think I'm down to 1 onion. Oh, never mind. There's a whole jar over there. Never mind.
All right, switch.
Switch. Take that, Kenny.
Take that, knee. Take that, fence.
I didn't need that piece. Here you go.
Here you go. Nice job, honey.
No onions. No onions. Not
That's
for
why we
puppers.
don't get garlic either.
Oh, that's
Our
right. I
dogs
forgot
pull
the garlic.
Our dogs pull the garlic right out of the ground.
They don't eat it. They just lay it on the ground next to where it was planted.
They think they want to eat it.
And then they're like, oh, never mind.
And they contemplate. They're like, food, break mom's heart, totally worth it. Then they pull it out of the ground and they're like, oh yeah, man, I don't really want it anyways. Brats.
Wow, you got lots of celeries, honey.
I know it. I want to make sure I thank our friends from Modern Homestead, Alaska, Jessica and Aaron. They were sweet enough to give us their extra starts, which is why we have celery this year.
Which is why we have like anything this year.
Which is why you have anything to watch us plant. Thanks,
right.
Jessica. Wow, we did good, dude.
Did we?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, that's our story. We're sticking to it.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
But for really real, we do need cookie plants.
Okay.
Like, we need a peanut butter cookie plant and a chocolate chip cookie plant.
Got it.
Dude. Chocolate chip cookie tree, so they come back every year.
You want to be my faucet?
Yeah.
That's a new one.
That is a new one.
Never asked anybody that before.
I don't think I've ever been a faucet before.
Being married to you, honey, it's like new every day.
Yeah, I'll say. I mean, yes, dear.
What do you mean?
I don't know. It just sounded funny.
Okay.
I mean, it means you're amazing.
Right answer.
All right, plants are dry. They're
Yeah,
thirsty.
good news. We're just gonna dump it on there, boys. These guys
Rainstorm.
aren't fragile. So, yeah, monsoon season. Woo! Now you see why we didn't plant all those little,
Take that, strawberry.
all those fragile starts. Well, that was what I was gonna say. Good news,
That's right.
because they would have been pulverized.
Because lids to pitchers bounce right off of them.
Oh, sad sushi.
Said strawberry.
Sad strawberries.
Yay, now what do we plant?
That's it. That's all we can plant until we get the water system
You
set
know what
up.
we should check?
What should we check?
Let's check and see if your comfrey ever came back while we're down here.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Okay, lead me to the comfrey spot. You know where they're at.
Yeah, I hope so. I really hope so.
Look, there's a dog eating it.
Are you eating my comfrey? I don't think that's the comfrey spot. All I see is your hiney, girl. What are you doing? Digging a hole in the garden? Get it, girl. Get it. Holly's coming. Emotional support. Emotional support dog. Okay. Okay, let's see.
Did it do it?
Look at it.
It is there. Sweet.
Oh my gosh. Look, at there's another one.
Was there, did you plant 2 there?
Yes.
Sweet. Now, will they spread or will they just come back in that same spot every year?
They spread like dandelions do with their root system.
Oh.
So there's actually 2 kinds of comfrey. One is the sterile kind of comfrey. That's the kind that you can get that has the purple flowers on it.
Okay.
And its seeds cannot make life, for lack of a better vocabulary.
Weird.
Yeah. So they can only spread through cuttings and through their roots, like a dandelion.
Okay.
Well, I guess dandelions have seeds, but
Yeah.
yeah. So they can only spread through their root system. And then the ones that have the yellow flowers, which are much more harder to come by and are considered to be more concentrated for medicinal purposes, they have viable seeds. So
And these are purple kind?
these are the purple kind, because these are the kind that are readily available. Yep. So they don't take much taking care of at all. I'm just going to clear these out so I don't lose them again. But pretty much since they've rooted, I mean, I planted these last year late in the season when it was cold, and they survived the winter, which I'm shocked by. And so they'll live here forever until we can never move it. It's like a rhubarb. It ain't gonna die, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So this is awesome. So awesome. I'm so excited about it. Well, these babies waited in their little day pen long enough, huh, guys? Yeah. They're ready for a snack.
Yep.
I'm going to leave a link in the description below for the Azure standard if you're interested in getting organic produce and frozen goods at a good deal in bulk. Then you can check them out and see if they have a drop location in your area. Other than that, catch you on the next video.
Bye.
Catch you on the next video.
Okay, what are we planting next?
All the rest of the things the ghosts haven't eaten yet.
So not much, huh?
Not much.